Good morning, and welcome to NF Stories Live, a show where people of all walks of life get to share their journey with living with neurofibromatosis. I'm your host, Brandy, and on today's episode, I have the pleasure of talking with Tammy. She's a single mother of 3 who loves art and animals, as well as shares a diagnosis of neurofibromatosis with her 3 children. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi.
So I always like to start at the beginning. It's the best place to start. So how about you tell us how you were diagnosed or when you first noticed you had NF?
I had grown up with a plexiform tumor above my right eye from childhood.
From childhood? Was it was it a family physician who diagnosed you? Was it a specialist?
I don't remember ever seeing a family. It's just our local family physician, but I don't remember being diagnosed with it. Just knowing that I had it.
Okay. What was it
Not
like?
really knowing what it was.
What it was at first? It was just a party.
Yeah.
How was it? How was it?
It was
growing
just
up?
partying, and I was bullied growing up. So
that must have been pretty hard.
Bullied for looking different. Yes.
Yeah. Did you have any supports, any things like that helped you get through your growing up years?
No.
No. So you ended
support at all.
No support with all. Did you? Was your family supported around you?
No.
No, you were all on your own on that one.
I was basically on my own on that one. My mom had NF, and my grandma and my aunt. My 2 uncles don't have NF.
Don't have NF, so it runs in the family. You weren't as spontaneous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No. So you live up in the mountain area, right? Am I correct on that?
Yes, I live in Lillooet, BC.
Nice. And you have 3 kids.
Right in the mountains, right in the valley.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, so with NF, we hear that things can increase during puberty or when you have, for us women, when we get pregnant. Did you find any of your symptoms increase during those periods?
No.
No, you were totally fine.
I was totally fine.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good thing. That's a bonus. So with your with your 3 kids, what does NF look like for them?
My daughter, she has speech problems and learning disabilities, same as the other 2. My oldest son has a tumor on his knee, and then my youngest has a plexiform on his neck.
On his neck.
Area, which is connected to his cranial nerves too. So,
what type of treatment or supports have they had growing up?
IEPs in schools, and then for 17 years back and forth to Children's with the youngest.
With the youngest, so the other 2 are
various offers. Yeah.
So your other 2, are they just?
Yeah, they've seen the odd specialist.
The odd specialist. So are they just mainly followed by the family physician?
Yeah, it's our youngest that's back and forth to Children's.
What's that like?
Constantly.
I was just gonna say, is that challenging? Like, what do you guys? How does that work for you?
It was challenging, especially after the Shriners stopped running for us. It got challenging, and then I got connected with Hope Air and gets us down there.
Oh, so you guys fly in?
We fly in now through Hope Air.
Nice. That must be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it was. It's different than the bus when we took the Shriners.
Yeah, that must have been more of a long haul with the bus.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Did you guys have any?
Flying gets us there quicker.
How do the kids like flying over the bus?
He loves it because we're there faster and all that.
Oh, that's nice. Any funny moments or any neat things that you've seen while you guys were flying overhead?
Not really. Just the clouds and all that, I guess you would say.
Yeah, the beautiful scenery of BC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also we got a chance to ride in a small plane, and my youngest, he got to take the controls a little bit. So that was a fun moment for him.
That's awesome. When do you have any doctors or specialists that have really impacted your guys' NF journey?
Dr. Armstrong from Medical Genetics.
From Medical Genetics, is that through BC Children's?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that the one? Do you see him on a regular basis?
Oh, we haven't seen her for a while, so.
Sorry, nothing. When you come into Children's, what normally is like your appointments for when you guys come down? Because you said you come quite often.
The ENT, yeah, the ENT, oncology, and plastic surgery.
And plastic surgery. When you come down, do you come for all of them at the same time, or are they spread apart?
We book everything all at the same time. And then at 2, we also see the eye specialist once a year.
Oh,
but
nice.
yeah, we make sure they're all booked at the same time to make things easier on me.
Yeah, exactly. Are you all done in one day? Are you guys here for more than
It's
one
usually
day?
spread apart.
Usually
spread apart.
Yeah. So are you down
the
here?
MRIs? Yeah, we get our MRIs, and then we go to the oncologist and view her, because the youngest also has a glioma in his brain.
Okay.
So he's totally hearing impaired.
Wow, that must be really tough. How do you support your son through all this while taking care of yourself?
We try and give each other a little bit of space when we're down there, just so kind of breathe and whatnot. For him, he plays video games, so that helps calms him down.
Gets him through the appointments. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. So right now, are you homeschooling? Does your son go to school?
Yes, we're homeschooling because he had been through weekly chemo for 1.5 years for the brain tumor. So we decided final year school to homeschool with COVID and everything.
How is that going? How do you guys manage with that?
It's pretty good. He only has his English to do, so.
Oh, that's all right.
It's pretty easy.
It's pretty easy. You guys get through it pretty good?
Yeah, we get through it.
How's it like being a mom and a teacher?
It's challenging on that part with some of the English subjects stories he has to write. It's challenging because he puts it as grade school stuff. So some of the topics they want him to write on.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're there to support him. In our other discussion, you had said that you like art. What type of art do you like to do?
I do acrylic and watercolor painting.
Nice. Do you paint certain things, or like flowers, scenery?
Flowers and whatnot.
Nice.
I used to paint orca whales for a while.
Oh, I love orcas. They're like my favorite. So that's pretty awesome. You also said you like animals. Do you have any animals of your own?
We have 3 cats and 2 dogs.
Oh, nice. What's their names?
Scooter, Garfield, Kitcha, and Kika, and Sasha.
Oh, awesome. I like that Garfield. I remember that show when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, it's my youngest cat. His cat's been with him through all this chemo, so they're pretty close-knit.
Oh, that's nice. So he has the cat as a companion. That's very nice. Comforting, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. So with art, if you were to create a billboard, what would you put on the billboard?
Probably people. All races and belief systems all standing together.
Oh, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. I wonder if you could do that in your acrylic painting. That would probably be absolutely beautiful. You had said that you like colors?
Yeah. I'm not too good at drawing people, but yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. So living up in a town like yours, what's it like to get around for supports or with NF? How do you guys manage in a small town?
It's pretty hard because our GPs won't refer you to the specialist we need to see because they say you clinically don't have nothing wrong with you. So they won't refer to the specialist. Like with me, and that's affected my bones, but they won't refer me to the bone specialist.
Wow. Wow. That must be really trying. Is there any?
Yeah. So I grew up with multiple breaks on my legs and then my arm twice. And I found out recently I have a bow in my long arm bone. It's bowed. Which I never knew until one of the doctors at Children's happened to look at one of my x-rays, and he's seen the bow in my arm that it's not straight like it should be.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That must have been really challenging. How did you get through? Did you break while you had your kids or when you were younger?
No, when I was younger, and then when my youngest was a baby, I broke my ankle walking.
Oh, wow. That must have been challenging. How did you get through that?
With a wheelchair in the house. And the kids stopped pushing me around, having fun.
Oh, there you go. So you guys made it fun. That's awesome. Make kind of a game out of it. That's awesome. Do you have any supports in your community? Any friends that help gather around you?
With my son being in chemo, my church gathered around me.
Oh, that is awesome. That's awesome. So you do.
Yeah, they even drove us to our weekly appointments.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Every week.
That's wonderful to hear that. It's nice to have the support and know that you have somebody there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially being up there when there's not very much up there. Beautiful scenery though.
Yeah, because we're 2 hours away from Kamloops, so it's got to know the road pretty well.
I bet every turn, nook and cranny.
Yeah.
Do you have any funny moments that have happened on your journey with NF?
When we were in the ENT office, my son pointed out that the intern that was the student doctor only had shaved part of his mustache off, and he pointed it out to him. And then before his surgery, he asked our plastic surgeon, Dr. Kornamash, why do boys have boobs?
Kids do say the darndest things, don't they?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And did the doctor have anything to say in regards to any of that?
Yeah, he said he can't answer that one. But
right, nice.
The student doctor, he had him covering up. Yeah, the student doctor, he had him covering up his face.
He must have been in a hurry that day. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So if you were to meet a new family, newly diagnosed, being a single mom with NF and raising 3 kids, you've done an amazing job. Is there any words of wisdom that you would give to them?
Definitely, I think when it comes to the education, fight for their education.
Yeah. So you find that your kids, you've had to fight for their education and getting support to get the supports that they needed?
With me, my mom never really fought for my education, so I made sure I'm fighting for my kids' education.
That is awesome.
Make sure they get their dog if they can't get it and whatnot.
Wonderful. You are such a strong lady, I tell you. Major inspiration you have, everything you've been through. With your kids, so the other 2 aren't followed. How about for yourself? Are you followed regularly? Do you see any specialists? What's it like for you?
No, I haven't seen a specialist. The only specialist I've seen was the eye specialist. I have a really good eye doctor, so we make sure I see the eye specialist every year.
So you're followed and monitored for that. That is wonderful.
Yeah. I monitored it, yeah.
Nice. Have you ever had to undergo any treatments, like your son has had chemo and things like that? Is there any treatments that you've had to undergo for NF?
I went through lots of operations on my eye and my jaw reconstructed.
Wow. How was that? Did you have your kids at the time? How did you manage that?
No, I was a teenager at the time, and with my eye, my mom looked after the kids while I had my surgeries on my eye.
Nice.
last 2 surgeries I had on my eye. My mom looked after the kid.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, Tammy, I am so glad to have shared your journey with everybody here today. With everything that you've been through, the travel to raising your kids, to the amount of things that you have gone through, I am honored that you sat down with me, and thank you for sharing. And hopefully we'll be able to touch base again and see how you guys are doing in a few years. So thank you, Tammy, for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.
Yeah. You too.